Mr. Bovino, your operation has sown fear and division and chaos among law-abiding residents in our communities. Can we agree that there is no imminent threat that should disrupt their holiday? No child in America should have to go trick-or-treating in fear that they might be confronted with armed federal agents and have to inhale tear gas.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker calling out Border Patrol Sector Chief Greg Bovino and calling for a pause of immigration enforcement operations for Halloween. Let's bring in gubernatorial candidate and Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco, along with the author of Why Bad Looks Good, Prosecutor Wendy Patrick. Thank you both for coming on. You see Pritzker telling ICE agents, let kids be kids, give them Halloween. So I went back and I did a check. And it turns out of the thousands and thousands of illegal immigrants they have taken into custody, hundreds and hundreds are accused of sexually abusing children. Maybe the governor should let ICE do their job so that kids can be kids, Sheriff.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going after the criminals, the ones that have been deported, the ones that have been convicted of sex crimes, of molesting children, of harming children. That's exactly what they're doing, is doing their job. And the problem that I see here, especially from a law enforcement perspective, is just the blatant lies that is coming from the governor, from other governors, including our own, that are demonizing Border Patrol doing their jobs, when in reality is they are going after criminals.
Yeah, it really is amazing. I mean, you can kind of see the back and forth in all these videos. I asked Greg Bovino, who J.B. Pritzker went after, about, the Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson calling him, quoting here, barbaric. And he said this to me. Watch.
He did call me that word barbaric, and that is what we're talking about with the heated rhetoric that causes violence against law enforcement officers. What about the legal, ethical, and moral duties that we conduct every day on the streets of Chicago to make his city safer? Is that barbaric?
I think the question is, who's being barbaric, Wendy?
You know, it's weaponizing words, and
right.
it's one way or another. We keep coming back to that. But you know what? It's more. It's protecting the protectors. That's actually where we've come. We're looking at ICE agents, Border Patrol. They've got targets on their backs. Think about it this way. They've become a vulnerable population. We have to protect them. Can you imagine if we invested the money that you get to organize these protests and actually used it for community safety, equip law enforcement with what they need, cooperate with each other? We would be able to have safer communities, and who wouldn't want that?
Yep.
That's a smarter use of resources.
Indeed it is. Meantime, the National Police Association released a statement about this whole ICE, illegal immigration, and the money that's going into it. It was a good point, Wendy. Watch this.
It's very frustrating for law enforcement. There are so many financial resources spent toward illegal aliens, as well as all the political capital that is being spent right now in Chicago in support of illegal aliens.
It's just what we were talking about, Sheriff. I mean, really, it's the first time I have seen it. I'm not sure about you and your career that we have seen. They're asking police officers to disregard other officers.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's a lack of leadership. In the beginning, it's listening to political rhetoric, it's listening to political agendas instead of doing what we're supposed to be doing and keeping people safe, especially when another law enforcement officer is asking for a backup. And then these budgets, we have to absolutely realize that the money that is going, the massive billions of dollars going to illegal everything, free illegal everything, is being taken away from where it's supposed to be going. The number one responsibility of government is public safety.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time. These schools, these underserved schools, are getting flooded with students who are from other countries who don't speak the language, and now they're getting half the education when they can't read and do math at grade level to begin with. Meantime, the Gen Z, let's put this video up if I can here, Katie. Put the video up here. This is a congressional Democratic candidate charged with interfering with ICE, blocking the car, and then she says this in defense. Watch.
This is a political prosecution and a gross attempt to silence dissent, a right protected under the First Amendment. This case is a major push by the Trump administration to criminalize protest and punish anyone who speaks out against them. That's why I'm going to fight these unjust charges.
Unjust charges. What do you think, Wendy?
Somebody who wants to be a lawmaker should know the law. That has got to be one of the cardinal rules. You have to know what you're talking about. There is no constitutional right to break the law, whether you're impeding law enforcement, whether you're resisting arrest or anything else. So it shouldn't be a badge of honor to publicly disregard the law and then mischaracterize it. So every time I watch these types of videos, I don't know where we've gotten off track thinking that this is something that's going to get somebody elected, for example.
Yeah, when I hear people say free speech allows me to do whatever I want to do, I think, have you lost your minds? And I think the answer is yes, Sheriff. I don't know.
It absolutely is. You look at this, and she wants to be a lawmaker, and she doesn't understand the law. And if stupidity is going to find her in jail, that's exactly where she's going.
Sheriff, Wendy, thank you both.
Thanks, Trace.